Hey guys, welcome back to another Should You Buy. If you guys are unfamiliar with this series, basically I give you a lot of information in a very fast-paced review video. Today we are taking a look at LEGO Star Wars set 75214, Anakin's Jedi Starfighter, 247 pieces recommended for ages 7 to 12, and the two minifigures included are going to be R2-D2 and Anakin Skywalker, and then of course his Clone War era, or at least one of his Clone War era variants of his own Starfighter. Flipping to the back of the box, we have some more information about play features, we have stud shooters, we have landing gear, and of course we have the cockpit shield and other great stuff like that. But first off, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the minifigures. Now, of course, let's go ahead and start off with the two minifigures, or I guess one minifigure and one astromech. Obviously, we have R2-D2. This guy's going to be a pretty simple minifigure, nothing too crazy. We've obviously seen this rendition of R2 many times before. He has completely 360 printing of the droid itself. And then we just have some pretty standard front printing from the R2-D2 astromech, so nothing too crazy there. The other minifigure, which definitely looks really cool, is going to be the Anakin. Obviously, he is in his sort of pilot attire, so he's going to have the microphone sort of earpiece. That way he can connect with Obi-Wan and other forces of the Republic. He does have this sort of older styled hairpiece, which is pretty cool. Some pretty nice waves and details to represent his hair. And then his classic Jedi robes, Jedi attire on the front and back of his torso, which is great. And then of course some pretty cool printing on the legs, which do look awesome. Now it also is worth noting that Anakin, this minifigure, does actually come with a lightsaber. He does come with a complete lightsaber piece and a hilt, although I don't actually have it, I couldn't find it. But he does come with that, just in case you guys are wondering. Between the utility belt, the shield pieces, and the armor on the top half of his torso, I definitely think this minifigure is really cool and adds a great value to a really affordable set. Alrighty, so here is the Jedi Starfighter itself, and again, for reference, I'll actually take out the minifigures. Obviously, we're supposed to have Anakin in the cockpit, of course. Of course, for sake of this video, I will go ahead and put him outside the cockpit just to give you guys a little bit of a reference as to how large the Starfighter is. Now, this set retails for $20. You could probably find it at Target, Walmart, or even just on sale pretty much anywhere for around $16, $15. But the Starfighter itself is actually really light. Obviously, a couple of play features that we have. The cockpit shield does open and close with a hinge plate right there. And of course, inside reveals a pretty simple control panel on a 2x2 black slope, which is a printed piece. And as you move on towards the front of the ship, we have a little bit of an area for R2-D2. Obviously, every Jedi Starfighter needs his astromech droid. Now, R2-D2 actually connects with the bottom of his piece, and then connects to the 2x2 round sort of modified tile right there. Cool details towards the front of the ship. These two are stickers right here, but obviously, if you place them pretty well, which I do think I did actually, I do think it adds a really nice aesthetic to the final product. Either side here, we have some stud shooters, which are supposed to be part of the starship itself. Obviously, you guys know how those stud shooters function. And then moving on to the bottom of the ship, you can see all the different wedge plates and different sort of elements that LEGO has used to interlock. And then there's other sort of elements that LEGO has used to interlock most of the ship. Now, the wings on either side are not posable. You can actually see there's a piece right there. I'm not exactly sure what exact piece that name is. Basically, that locks it into place, which is actually a good thing. I don't think there's much reason for the Starfighter to have wings that fold. So in my book, that's necessarily a plus, because obviously if you're flying it around or you drop it, it's not going to be easily breakable as compared to maybe other starship variants or other ships that LEGO has made. Now, I gotta be completely honest, I don't think there's too much more to talk about this Starfighter. There are some outstanding details. Obviously, we have some 1x2 black grill pieces, a 2x2 with a sticker on it, which definitely looks really cool. But I think the main audience that this Starfighter attracts is definitely people who are on a budget. So the set itself is definitely for somebody who is going to be playing with the set, definitely a younger audience. Now, in the end, should you buy this Starfighter set? I definitely say so. Even regardless, if you are somebody who likes to collect LEGO like myself, the minifigures are pretty cool. And honestly, if you can get this set for anywhere between $15, $16, it's 247 pieces. That's just 3 pieces shy of $250,000 for $16, $15. And that's completely worth it in my opinion. I think the aesthetics of the Starfighter overall look fantastic. And again, I think the main reason why people would be buying this set, unless you were like a BrickWiz seller parting out the set, or maybe looking for the minifigures, is definitely got to be for that play value. And I think that's honestly what LEGO comes down to, especially for the younger audience. So guys, that's gonna wrap up the Should You Buy for the Anakin's Jedi Starfighter. Again, set number 75214 officially retails for $20, but again, you can find this set for like $16, $15. Thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, drop a like down below and subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. And I'll see y'all later. Take it easy, fam. Peace.